Faded love sitting at home.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day and a great week. Very sorry for my voice. I have a cold. It's kind of husky, so sorry for that. And I'm also sorry for not uploading last week. Actually, I have like my third semester exams are coming up, so I was preparing for those, and I had two competitions. I had an assembly script that I talked about in one of my previous videos, and just a bunch of other stuff. I wasn't feeling very motivated to upload because I had all this work. So as you all know, I've been into PTS a lot, and if you are too, you know that back then, like I'm talking 7 years ago when they debuted, they used to make these logs in which they used to talk about what their fans were asking and also about their entire day or what they've been doing. They just used to talk to the fans through a virtual screen, and it made them feel happy. So I was like, I haven't been meeting my friends and stuff like that, so might as well just have a follow-up on that. So this is my first log that I will be filming. I'm going to be talking about school, coronavirus, of course, and a lot of other stuff. So let's get started. First thing I want to say is that coronavirus is really getting on my nerves right now, and everyone's, let's be honest, right? Everyone is sick of coronavirus by this point, and so we just want to get rid of it. So I don't know. And also, like, this has been going on a lot, that people are thinking it's November right now. Today is the 20th of November, and so a lot of people have been talking about, oh wow, 2020 is going to be over, this will be so good, the end of a horrible year. Me thinking a little ahead, why do you think the new year will solve everything? Because coronavirus will end when the curing vaccine comes, and it's not like it's gonna come on the 1st of January 2021, right? So I mean, it's good. 2020, the entire year was a waste. It was a horrible year, but it's nice that the year is ending, but it's not like coronavirus will end with the end of 2020. So I don't know, this coronavirus has made me crazy, and I have been very, very, very overprotective about myself in quarantine. And during the lockdown, I did not step foot outside my house, not even once. And when the lockdown was over and all of the people were still asked to practice social distancing, wash their hands, and all that protocol, right? I don't need to talk about that. So we were asked to follow all that. I did follow all that. I still did not, for whatever really, really important work that had to be done, I only stepped foot out because of that work. Nothing else. I have been trapped inside this house, inside my room, for 9 months. Brilliant. 9 months. I did not even expect this, and this is a new background. As you know, quarantine has got me crazy. So I decided, if I need to stay in my room 24/7 every single day for however many months more ahead quarantine is gonna last, might as well just make this room feel like the world to me, right? Because I can't go out in the world, let this room feel like the world to me. I will do a room tour very soon once the entire room gets settled. This wall as well. And you all must be thinking that in quarantine I've been so protective about myself. So how did this room get done? Well, okay, this is not a backdrop. This is a real wall. See, and my dad and I painted this wall myself, mostly my dad. Thank you, Dad. We both did this. The design was mine, and just my dad was on work. Sorry. So yeah, we did the entire room, and then all that is left is the small accessories, the decorations that will actually make the room feel like my room. The lighting is also new, as you can see. Like before, I used to work in just white artificial light or natural sunlight. Right now the light is pretty different. This is also a new light installed. It is a warm white light. If you want, I will link it in the description. It is really, really nice. It makes my room feel so warm and so cozy. It's perfect. This was during Diwali, during the past Diwali week. As you know, Diwali wasn't really as joyful it was supposed to be, but whatever. Diwali also came and the day went. During this Diwali week, we were all asked by our municipal guidelines to not burn any crackers. The sale of crackers was also banned in Delhi, from where I am, and okay, but a few days before Diwali, like 2 or 3 days before Diwali, there was this, I don't know who this was. Everyone was sitting inside their homes. The lane outside my house was completely silent. No one was outside, no cars purring or anything. And then, out of nowhere, a bomb bursts in the lane, and that was so loud and so powerful. It was almost like a shock because no one expected that. No one has been burning crackers in our lane, none of my neighbors, and I don't know who that was. So when I went outside to check who that was, to just yell at this kid, whoever this was, but when I went outside, neither was the bomb there nor was the person who busted it. So that was a great escape, I must say. Alright, then talking about school. School has again been pretty rough. I don't know, online classes are pretty hard, very difficult, and most of the time the stuff that my teachers teach goes over my head. I don't understand. And then to understand all that stuff, and I'm in grade 9th, and studies kind of have a new level of hardness in grade 9th according to the Indian educational system. So this was a pretty bad year for quarantine. This was a pretty bad year for coronavirus to come for me, honestly. But whatever it is, I'm going through studies, and so what I do to cover up for stuff that I don't understand, I either go up on YouTube and search if there's a really good video that teaches what the topic is, or if I don't find or I'm not satisfied with it, or I have any other doubts, I do a group study with some of my friends. So I either do it with one friend, or like it's a group of 3 to 4 people. We study together, understand the stuff, and are very thankful to each other for like teaching each other and understanding and stuff like that. So thank you to all my friends. Thank you, Snavi. Talking about school assignments and stuff like that, our school is so obsessed with extracurricular activities and just exploring the world academically, kind of. Was that term right? I guess, yeah. So we have all these excursional tours of like kind of sometimes a museum or some kind of a heritage site or anything like that, which is somewhat related to academics. We go to those tours, and once in a while, like they are about 2 times a year, and we also have a school trip once a year. And because of coronavirus, because of lockdown and quarantine, I missed this year's trip. I mean, not really missed, it wasn't there. that made me really sad. I was so excited last year about this year's trip, about this year's school trip, and all of it, all that excitement has now gone in vain. Next thing, okay, so as I said, today is November 20th, which means all the K-pop stans know today was the release of the BTS Byeee album, their latest album. Dude, this song Life Goes On, all the songs were so beautiful. It's such a nice playlist to just I don't know, like look upon yourself of like on who you are and who you want to be. So today was an off from school, so whenever it's an off, I usually sleep till 11. I know I'm not the only one who does that, so I'm not gonna feel guilty for that. Not much, but I do feel really guilty for waking up at 11 a.m. But today, as the album was releasing, I woke up at 9 a.m. just waiting for it to release. It released at I believe 10 o'clock, or was it 10:30? I don't remember. So I set up about 5 alarms just so that I accidentally don't fall asleep, and I really wanted to listen to the album first, like, you know, whenever it drops. If you watch it live, you're the first person to watch it, kind of. But yeah, and the music video of Life Goes On also dropped. I watched that live. It was so good. So what my assumption for the Byeee album that has been from the beginning was, and from the beginning I basically mean when on Weverse the concept pictures and the concept clips were dropped of BTS in like those rooms that you know, like that small room in which all of the singers had designed the rooms themselves based on what their personality as people was. So what I thought what the Byeee album would be is kind of like be yourself, like the love yourself, speak yourself was beautiful, and so I thought for this would be your be yourself, because all the members were showing who they are themselves. So like the name of the album is Byeee, so be yourself. That's what my assumption was, and I do think that my assumptions were correct. So yeah, and talking about Korean, yes, I have, as I always talk about that, you know, I'm not good at Korean, but I'm still learning. Yeah, I don't have a Korean teacher at school. I've been learning Korean from Duolingo. It's been about 3 months. I started mid-August, and it's November right now, so like mid-August, like September, October. Yeah, it's mid-November right now, so yeah, it's been about 3 months since I started learning Korean on Duolingo, and last week I hit a milestone in top 50 international Korean learners. I ranked #1 with the Gold League with myself. I was so happy at that time because I don't have a real teacher. I've just been learning through Duolingo, you know, virtually, and it has been great. I mean, I have interest in learning Korean. I desperately want to master this language. So I have been learning with utmost dedication, full concentration, and you know, I guess it is paying off. I was really happy when I saw my name #1 on that list. I was really happy. I'll put the screenshot that I took here. I was so happy at that time. Thank you so much, K-pop, for encouraging me to learn a new language. Thank you so much. I've been really happy after learning Korean. So yeah, and also, alright, talking about Korean, another thing I want to say is that I have been learning French for 4 years. I dropped the subject this year. I started in class 5 up till 8th. I studied French in my school. There was a teacher who taught French, so yeah, but I couldn't really learn a lot. First thing, I didn't really have interest in learning French, and second thing was that we didn't have any audios. It's just the teacher was teaching like any other subject. But for Korean, it was my own interest first thing, and then also I started catching a lot of words from K-dramas and K-pop music and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm catching words pretty fast, so might as well just put this to the next level and go to and get to perfection, right? So I went on to Duolingo, started learning Korean, and I have been loving it up till this day. Duolingo is amazing. Anyone who wants to learn any kind of language, there are so many languages on Duolingo. Just go on the app, start learning. You're gonna love it. So yeah, why I talked about French is that I could not learn French really well. I didn't. I'm gonna be frank right now. I didn't score well in French in any of the years. One of the reasons being that I wasn't interested. Second thing being that I wasn't really catching anything because there wasn't a fluent French speaker or anything like that. The teacher as well had an Indian accent, so I couldn't really understand a lot. But for Korean, I watched K-dramas, listened to K-pop music, and so I have been listening to audios and I know how people speak, so I caught the Korean accent very fast. So do not judge me, I'm not a pro at this, but what I know is it's supposed to be like 안녕하세요. I guess it's supposed to be like that. So yeah, I've learned a lot of words, I've learned a lot of vocabulary. I know 안녕하세요, Harman입니다, 제가 여자입니다, and yeah, that I'm gonna put the subtitles so that you don't be so that you people are not confused about what the hell is this girl talking about. But yeah, and it's been pretty well. Yeah, Korean has been pretty well. So that, I believe, should be it for today. I'm gonna talk to you guys later next week. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a really great week and all the best for anything you're up to, and yeah, I wish you're happy. Bye.